Yes. Okay.
Hello and welcome to Stand Steak with me. My name's Lucia, I'm from London and I'm a 16th generation descendant of the Wudang Pai. In the Wudang Pai, we place heavy emphasis on standing steak as the source of power for Tai Chi, Kung Fu and Qigong, the arts you saw in that montage just now. Standing steak helps the power of the body to come together or coalesce around the centre. This quality is known as 合住. So when I'm standing casually like this, I've got one line of force in my body going off this way, more going off that way. And in standing steak, we take all the lines of force in the body, we bring them together and we make them point in the same direction. This helps focus the power of the body and eventually it can be focused down to a single point. In terms of effect, think about an hour of rainfall over London. If you stand underneath that, all that's going to happen is you're going to get wet. Now take all that rainfall and condense it down into something the size of a dinner plate and have it all fall through at once. If you stand underneath that, it'll be like standing underneath a water cannon. And that's what we're trying to do with our internal power. Today, we are going to be helping to bring the body together with a 10-minute standing steak session. Last time we looked at how to relax the shoulders. This time we're going to have a look at how to relax the hips. So let's get to it. Today we're going to look at how to relax the hips. Standing steak is essentially just standing in your Tai Chi stance with your arms out somewhere in between shoulder height and heart height here. So let's have a look at how to relax the hips in your Tai Chi stance first of all. Basic stance, feet shoulder width apart, pointing straight forward, bend the knees a little bit, relax the hips down like you're about to sit down on a chair, pull up from the top of the head, relax the shoulders, and relax the chest. Now it's quite common in the Tai Chi stance for people to feel they need to thrust and tuck under like this. If you look at that from the side, it looks like this, and what you're actually doing in doing that is holding your hips really tight. It creates tension at the front of the thighs, it makes the knees hurt, and it prevents your chi from circulating from top to bottom. So how can you get the straight back that's desired in Tai Chi without thrusting and tucking? There's a couple of points you need to be aware of. One is here, the hip flexors at the front. So if you run your thumbs over the line in between where your legs meet your torso, you'll find these two twangy tendons. Okay, these are areas you need to relax. There's also another area at the back, just around here. In the center of each half of the back, there's a lumbar point just here. The other one's underneath my mic, yeah? And this is another area you want to try and relax at the same time as you're relaxing the hip flexors here. And then just allow the hips to hang, like your lower jaw can hang in your mouth if you just relax it. We looked at how to go into standing steak in depth last time. So today, just quickly. For the first part, you're sinking down, breathing in, and the arms come up. But it's for the second part where you're sitting down into it and the arms come forward that you really apply this hip relaxing technique. You want to allow the knees and the ankles to naturally adjust to keep the weight central. It is important to keep the weight central in the feet until roughly intermediate level. So to summarize, when you go into your standing steak today, you are going to be relaxing the hip flexor, relaxing this lumbar point at the back as you put the arms up and out, sitting down into it, keeping the knees and the ankles soft. Let's have a go. In previous episodes, we've covered some preparatory exercises for standing steak. So today we are just going to go into it. Breathing in, lifting the upper arms, and then breathing out, relaxing the hips as you sit down into it and the arms go forward. So I'm listening with the soles of my feet, making sure my weight is evenly spread over my feet. It's right in the center. And I want to keep a circle through the arms here, going in between the hands and also through the body. Relax the chest, drop the shoulders on an out breath. And I'm going back to my hips, just making sure the hip flexor and the ligament at the back are relaxed. And I then allow my body to just adjust naturally afterwards. We're going to stick with this now. And bringing the hands down. 2 over Dantian, rubbing 9 circles clockwise. And 9 circles anti-clockwise. Placing the hands on the lower back, 9 circles in, followed by 9 circles out. Then covering the ears with the hands and tap the back of the head 24 times. You follow this by massaging the ears. Then rubbing the hands together. And if you've washed your hands recently, you can massage the face. Otherwise, maybe just massage the air in front of it. Do this 3 times. And once more, generating some heat between the hands, and then place the hands over the eyes, breathing in and out until you feel the heat from your hands entering your eyeballs. And allow the hands to fall to the sides, swinging the arms, hitting Dantian at the front and Mingmen at the back, while lightly clenching the back teeth 24 times. Then make the hands into firm cups, massaging up and across the arms, shoulders, chest, upper back, and go down the legs. Just allowing the arms to fall heavily against the legs. Okay, so that's our stand for today. Now let's have a look at some troubleshooting. Relaxing the hips is a process, and there are certain common features along the way. Tension tends to drop from the thighs to the knees, into the calves here, and then down into the soles of the feet. Now, obviously each person's different, and they'll be entering that process at a different point. Some people hold tension so tightly in the hips that for them the first stage of releasing the hips is to feel the tension here instead. So at this stage, you just want to make sure you're not thrusting and tucking under with the pelvis. If you're feeling any pain or discomfort in the knees, just make sure your knees aren't extending beyond the toes like this. Also make sure they're not bending in or out. Keep them soft and relaxed. If you're feeling a dull, crampy ache around this point in the calf, don't worry about it too much. It's a normal part of the process. Just keep on going with relaxing the hips, making sure the body is upright. Now, it's common for people to feel the soles of the feet are really hot and uncomfortable. You feel like you want to take your shoes off when you train. That's fine, do so, no problem. But whatever you do, don't give up. This is the stage just before the hips release. So do whatever you need to do to make your training feel more comfortable. But when the hips do release, that heat and discomfort is going to go away. Your feet are going to feel like they molded with the floor, and your balance is going to improve considerably. So keep on going. Thank you for standing stake with me today. Next time we'll be doing a 12-minute stand with a focus on how to hold the head. Before that, I recommend you do a 10-minute stand at least 6 times. If you manage to get the tension dropping out of the thigh and the legs feeling just heavy rather than tense and held, then you're doing something right. Keep on at it. Till next time.